What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Dubkast. That's right, episode 21, December 15th. We are cruising through this year. It is almost over, but guess what we're going to do right before the end of this year? We're going to bring back a returning guest. That is streamer Native Santa, my boy Seth. I appreciate you, man, for responding to me and taking up the offer on joining me again. I'm excited to get into this episode, man.
Hell yeah. Me too, man. Me too. Shit, I missed it. I'm glad to be back.
I've been definitely paying attention to your growth and your channel ever since you've recently, well, I say recently, but man, the time has flown. I feel like it was like what, back in like April, May that you were
Yep,
on.
April, May.
And man, have some things changed for you. So I'm excited to get into that, dude. We were talking right before we started this thing about some of the encounters that you've had just with your channel, and how like you've actually bumped into people that have recognized you by your actual content that you've went out and posted. And that it's so crazy. Like you would think that that's something that you wouldn't really attain until like big numbers,
Yeah, exactly.
like
Exactly.
maybe not
Yeah.
until you're like Tim the Tap Man or Dr. Disrespect.
Nick
But
Merck,
yeah,
swag.
like all these big guys that you're okay, I know who that is. But hey, look, it's already happening to you. So
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, just earlier today, I'm at my regular job. Just because I'm a part-time streamer, I still got to have some type of income.
right.
Yeah, I was just working regular cash register, and a guy came up to me, didn't even know me, or I didn't know him, and he's like, I thought I know you. He shows me my YouTube channel, and he was watching one of my recent videos. He didn't know it was me until he saw a longer YouTube intro of me. And yeah, he came and found me, and I was like, dude, this is just awesome. And then yeah, he hit the sub button right then and there.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, it's like crazy to me. Like one of the biggest things I've always found with like when you're streaming and people tend to be a little bit more supportive is like I enjoy playing with my squad, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Don't get me wrong. The squad, that's the A team, but
Yep.
occasionally I'll play these games with an open mic. And I
Yep.
find I get so many encounters where people that I'm playing with, they'll hear me. They're like, is this dude streaming? And then like
Yeah,
randomly in the
he has
Twitch,
live in his clan tag.
yeah, TTV. Is
Yeah.
that what that is? Yeah, and then they just hop on over and like start hitting the message board or even drop a follow.
Yep.
And those encounters are always cool too, because it's like somebody you're sitting there playing with. They ain't even half the time they don't even say anything to you, man. They're just
Yeah,
like
they
quietly
just
like,
immediately pop into the stream.
yeah. I used to play I've talked about like Rogue Company before, and
Uh-huh.
especially on that game because so many people would run open mics, and it would be like we would
Mm-hmm.
finish a game. And now with that game, as soon as it ends, it like cuts off, kicks you out the lobby, everything. There ain't no requeuing. And
Yep.
so many times I'd be watching my Twitch, and it would just be like GG. I'm like, okay,
I'm
all
like,
right.
oh, what's up, man? Hey, I didn't even
Yeah.
notice you were here.
So yeah, man, like last time you were on, you were at, I want to say like the 70s, right?
Yeah,
And
around 70 followers on Twitch.
yeah, so you were cruising, you're getting into this thing, really like
Oh yeah.
seeing what outlets and what like social media you wanted to kind of post to.
Uh-huh.
And here we are, December, and my boy is sitting around 174. And Twitch numbers are one of those things that are like you can be a Twitch streamer and have 1,000 followers, and for some reason not even be. I mean, you would hope, but most of the time people are. But you aren't even like
Yeah.
a partner yet, right?
Yeah,
Or,
no,
or an
yeah, because
affiliate, excuse me. But you know, so you get excited for the numbers, but it's all just a process. And
oh, it's definitely a marathon, not a sprint.
yeah, you want
Definitely a
those people
marathon.
coming back. And but now, with all these social media outlets too, it's like you ain't even really checking Twitch all the time. You're like, man, how many people are following me over on TikTok? How many people are following me over on Twitter or Facebook? Or hey, how many people are subbing and checking out
Yeah,
my
it's
YouTube
really
stuff?
it's I tend not to pay attention to numbers as much, but it is good to have a mental note. Okay, these are my numbers. This is what I'm doing with my content. How can I make my content better and keep my
Mhm.
viewers interested and entertained and happy.
Right. It's like I would imagine it's just like probably pretty nice to have like those few people that are
Hmm.
so dedicated to like joining in and watching your stream, so much so that they do take the time to go over, like, or comment on a YouTube page, and you see them again, you're
Yep.
like, man,
And
okay.
those are the people I'm extremely grateful for. It gives me more motivation to keep doing what I'm doing. Hey, people like the content I'm putting out. Making them laugh. It's making them just cry of just laughter. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it makes me feel good that I'm making somebody else laugh because you don't know what else is going on in their life. So to me, to bring some happiness to their life, to cheer them up, to get them going, hey, it's just a blessing. It's just a blessing. I
I
can't
can
explain the feeling.
and I can definitely vouch that that is exactly what you will find on your channel, because I've tuned in at work sometimes, and it's like, man, I can't really be on my phone watching, so I literally just put it in my pocket, and like if I hear like an encounter or something, I'll pull it out, I'll check, I'm like, oh, okay, I see you. But like most of the time I'll
Hmm.
just be walking around just listening to the conversations your squad's
Yep.
having, and I'm just rolling, and people are like, what are you laughing at? I'm like, oh, I'm just listening to a stream. And they're like,
Yeah,
oh
you're
yeah.
looking crazy when you have AirPods in. But like, no, no, I'm listening to
Yeah,
something.
yeah. No, I promise I ain't going insane. I ain't just cynically laughing over in the corner for no
Yeah,
reason.
for real.
But so Call of Duty, right?
Yep,
Vanguard drops. Everybody was excited about that. And then,
100%.
leading up from that was Warzone's big update where they changed the map. So you've
Oh
been
yeah,
really,
brand new map Caldera.
yeah. And I got to say, I definitely want to pick apart this from beginning to present time for, both Vanguard and for Warzone, because for you, that is like your go-to game.
Oh,
And
100%. I'll say they don't have Rebirth, but it's going to be back on the 16th. So that's
that's
all
what
I
I
care
heard.
about. I'm a Rebirth player, but I have been getting down on this new Caldera.
That Resurgence is actually a lot of fun
Oh
too.
yeah, the Vanguard Resurgent quads. I love it. I mean,
Yeah,
people say blah blah blah. You need to respawn in to kill, blah blah blah. It's what I enjoy. It's what I like putting out.
yeah. To
I don't
me,
care what you got to say.
yeah, because to me, it's like it's a fun, fast-paced survival.
Yep. And
You
I'm
know,
like, as soon as I drop, I want to get like guns I'm comfortable with and get right into the fight.
well, and the regular like Warzone match, right? Quads
Hmm.
takes so long sometimes, especially if you're
To
getting
even
dubs.
queue in.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I've had so many conversations with my wife. She's, hey, do you know when you might be done? I'm like, honey, I just
I'm
loaded
still
in.
loading up the
Yeah,
game.
yeah. There's so much time that goes in
Hmm.
to getting the squad ready, to loading in, to getting
Everyone
into
checking last minute loadouts.
yeah, waiting in the lobby. If there ain't enough people, you're back and forth between, dropping numbers, increasing numbers until finally it cues you in, and then you're
Hmm.
you're in the plane and you're like, okay, here we go. And then you drop in the first drop, a team wipes you in the squad, and then it's all
It's
over
back to
again.
square one.
Yeah. So I totally get that. I played for 2 hours the other day. I just wanted to really dive into these new maps, and I've been playing
Hmm.
Resurgence a lot, and so I wanted to spend some time with the A team, if you will,
Yep.
playing playing Warzone quads. 2 hours. I think we got 4 matches in. And you think
Whew.
about that, and it's like, man, 30 minutes a match. And it's just because, like I say, it is the A team squad. And so we're getting all those top 5 finishes every time, but it kills so much time. So
Exactly. And like my very first three games, my very first game on, I got seventh place. Very first game at the brand new map of Caldera. I got seventh place. My second game, I got third place. And then on my third game, I think I had like 9 kills, but we got a dub. It was my very first time on my third game of playing it. I got a dub.
that's what's up. I see. I played just
And let me tell you, it was a very hard carry. And I was just, I, it was Someone dies, I go to the buy station, buy them back. Somebody dies, got to go buy. It was just so time consuming. I know I could have had at least a couple of more, a little bit more damage and kills on the leaderboard, but I had to keep going
Right.
back and forth to buy stations. And anytime on this new map, you're always running uphill every single time. It's either you're running up a hill or down a hill.
So let's get into some of that then too, because some people look, I think with change, there's always going to be complaining, right?
Oh,
But
100%.
but
Everyone's not gonna like it.
from Verdansk to
Mm-hmm.
Caldera, what are your thoughts, man? Do you like the change? Is it something that you even view as a this is better or this is worse or this is just nice, new and fresh? You know, kind of how we looked
So,
at Rebirth.
so I was playing. I did get a dub in the very last hours of Verdansk, so I can say that I got a dub on the very last day that the map was supposed to be in existence. So transitioning into the new map of Caldera, I definitely like the change of vibrant colors, especially if you're running on a PC. You can change NVIDIA filters to make the game pop even more. But if you're on console, the best thing I can tell you is go to Trinopia in the color graphic settings and put on both. That's all I can tell you to change for anything on console, PlayStation 4, PS5, Xbox, all that jazz. But transitioning into I'm still learning the map. Don't get me wrong. I've been putting time in. I've been watching a lot of content creators like Face Swag, some of Dr. Disrespect, Timmy Tenders, Tim the Tap Man.
Yeah.
Like I've been watching them to, like, hey, this is a good spot to land. This is a good spot to land. And just kind of like getting map familiarization.
Yeah. Yeah. The to your point, the biggest thing I noticed was the amount of vegetation for one.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, 100%.
just the I don't even know if vegetation is the right word. People are like there aren't carrots and stuff everywhere. It's like, but no, just the amount of greenery that they added.
That and the trees, like it's so hard for listening for audio when somebody's flying in and you're looking for that easy kill,
Yeah,
and you hear somebody flying in, but you're looking around, but there's nothing but trees overhead and just like that little glimpse of the sky. So you're
it
like, I can't hear anything.
yeah,
They're
it
in the
feels.
trees.
Yeah, where are they? Are they hiding? Like, how realistic are we getting here?
For real. Have a
But
flashback.
yeah, but I do love it because of that, because it feels more like a survival island. But
Exactly.
look, I think that there were, if I was to give my opinion, I think that you have great points.
Hmm.
It is a lot more beautiful in my mind. I
But
think that
with that, it comes with a lot more bugs, a tremendous amount of bugs. And it was just
you ain't
update after
lying.
update after update. Sometimes I feel like they got a little bit of too ahead of themselves. They should like let people like work on the game, work to level up the weapons, but it kind of sucks that they took away the plunder, like the plunder method to level up your guns, and it just sucks how Activision took that away because they were like, I don't want no one being good at my game or leveling
Yeah.
up faster. That's kind of thing. They don't kind of look towards the community, but overall, I love the game. I love the content I put out. I've been a Call of Duty fan ever since Call of Duty World at War came out. That was when
Mhm.
I first dove in. I mean, I can show you this right now. I got a tattoo. Oh, I got a tattoo of the monkey bomb.
Oh my goodness, look at it.
Yeah,
That's what's up. That's
I
sick.
just got the tattoo of the monkey bomb. I mean, I love Call of Duty, so I mean, it's my little way of showing some love. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
this is cool. I want it on my body
That
forever.
that's cool too, because it's something that people that only understand it would probably
Hmm.
get.
Yeah, I'm going back for color on the 11th, so after that, it should be mint.
That'll be sick. You'll have to let me see it.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, I'll be posting it definitely through all socials.
well, to your point about some of these issues that we've had with this game, we've also seen that in Vanguard. So it wasn't like it was really something that they didn't already know about. And they made the
Exactly.
transition with the Caldera map, and it's
Hmm.
like all of the same exact bugs. But to what I was real quick going back to the map change, I loved Verdansk for what it was, because it
Exactly.
was
Nostalgia. It's
really
nostalgia now.
Yeah, you know, they found a way to incorporate all the different like maps on one
Mm-hmm.
big map, and that was cool. But to me, the biggest part or the biggest complaint, right? You can complain about everything. So I do want to preface by saying I enjoyed Verdansk.
Mm-hmm.
Towards
It was
the
a
end, I kind
lot of
of
cheaters.
yeah, towards the end of it, I quit playing altogether because of the amount of hackers. But it just
Oh,
felt
me too. Me
so
too.
flat, right? It just felt like
Mm-hmm.
you're
It,
running
it
through
became
open
dead. It became
fields
dead.
to get in between these different areas. And
Exactly.
so that part I didn't really care for. That's where Rebirth Island really just stuck out to me because it was a lot
Yep.
more fun to just knock out those quick games. And also, nobody wants to play those 20-30 minute games if they're not as good and only get one kill in a 30-minute time span when you can play Rebirth, freshen up on your skills, and maybe have like a 5 or 6 kill game.
I was
And
saying that's probably what helped me because I'm a very if we look at my stats, my Warzone KD is a 1.39. I stopped playing Warzone back in February and devoted myself to Rebirth, which my Rebirth it should be a lot higher, but I do a lot of stupid things in Rebirth.
you got to
But my
try it.
KD, yeah, I it got to go for the clip.
Yeah.
Um, I have a 1.93 on there. So it's a big difference.
Yeah.
And it's just, I love the fact that I can get in and start killing people like right off the jump
Yeah.
compared to like a regular Warzone match to where I can loot up for like 30 minutes, get load out, get ghost just to run into some hackers or anything, or some people that look sus completely, or just get completely like doo-dooed on. And
Hmm.
I believe Rebirth helps out with those close engagements on how to, track your enemy, recoil management, all that stuff, and literally work on the fundamentals of the game. And I believe that's what me playing Rebirth for so long and putting me into the new map of Caldera, I'm averaging about 11 kills a match.
Yeah. Well, and especially it helps you upgrade. It helped upgrade weapons. I mean, who
Exactly.
wants to sit there and play Warzone and work so hard to try to upgrade some of these guns if you're only getting one kill? It's hard to upgrade your
Exactly. It's
gun.
it's 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 pointless. I love these, and I love how on this new Vanguard Resurgent quads, it's kind of like Rebirth, but it's just a new map of Caldera, just a smaller little point.
Yeah, I
I
love it.
love how they added back in the old Rebirth Island, it was 40 people for max. On this one, they added 48 people for a max, which I love it. I know when I'm on a burner I'll have like 10 kills and there still be like 28 left. I'll be like, okay, I'm on a burner. So let me go ahead and just keep going about what I'm doing. And usually when I start feeling it, I
Yeah.
go complete mute. I don't say any comms. I'm just in the zone. And you can see if you're watching Twitch, you'll see me just zone out and just go straight into it.
That's awesome, dude. I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like you almost forget you're streaming for a second because you
Exactly.
look over and people are just like, yo, you know, you're doing good. And you're, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. What's up, guys?
Oh,
Sorry,
my fault, chat.
yeah,
My fault. I'm
yeah,
just in it.
yeah. I'm just zoning. But you know, with Caldera, I feel like they've fixed a lot of those issues. It's
Yeah,
not.
I feel like it took them 2 years, because Warzone, the Verdansk was out for 2 years.
Mhm.
Felt like Activision was taking little notes, little by little, to put it into this new map of Caldera. So, hey, this bug isn't going to be there. This bug isn't going to be there. This is what to watch out for. And I think they did a really good job at that. The only thing I don't like is they took my Rebirth Island out. But I mean, we get it back on the 16th, and me and the squad are going to be in there. Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
can't wait.
the ability to blend in with your surroundings I like a lot more,
Hmm.
even though a lot of people harp on that. I'm like, man, that's the whole point of survival. I started off
It's
with
a battle
PUBG.
royale.
Yeah, I started off with PUBG, and the thing about PUBG
Same.
was
Me and my lady
it.
used to play PUBG Mobile, and it got so easy to the point we were getting back-to-back dubs on PUBG
Yeah,
Mobile.
but it's a game that's easier to hide. Like at least I felt
Yep.
like it was easier to hide, just because it, you didn't have like I don't know. It just seemed it was a little bit more survival based in that kind of
Yeah, and
sense.
they put a lot more skins into the game to match your surroundings, which I
Yeah.
absolutely love.
So I that's why I love this Caldera map is because it does provide that. And a lot of the different areas that I've kind of checked out so far, I love the way they're set up. That area in the mountains that's like a mine shaft and or just outdoor like ruins. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah, yeah.
It's just the way that it looks is very beautiful. The only thing I wish that they would have done, and it's because it's a part of strategy that I really enjoyed. Maybe I'm alone on this, but dude, take us back to Black Ops, the
Exactly.
swimming aspect. Remember when black
Yes, I remember you could swim underwater, everything. Even on some of the multiplayer maps, you could, like in Black Ops 4, you could swim underwater and everything like
yeah.
that. Not in the blackout mode, but on multiplayer maps you could. It's like, what's the deal? What, can I not do this in this other match?
Well, actually, I thought on Blackout wasn't Blackout their survival mode.
Yeah, yeah, they had the survival mode, yeah.
You were able to swim on that one because they had
Oh,
that.
see, I probably didn't play that. I just played the blackout most of all. I
Yeah,
probably didn't. I've never touched that, to be honest.
yeah. So on that one, the thing that was really nice is they had a river that ran through the middle of the map, which I thought was a really cool idea. And so you'd get to this point where if the circle was ending over there, people would
Uh-huh.
be like sitting there
Oh,
swimming in the
swimming in
water.
the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And like there were boats in that game, so people were like riding boats. It just added a whole new aspect. I'm sure that people wanted to kind of get away from some of that because they felt like people were just hiding out in the middle of the ocean. And
Exactly. Even though it is a free kill once they're in the middle of the ocean,
yeah,
people don't want to like waste their time on one person floating out there. It just kills time, especially if you're doing like a kill record type of thing. You want to break your kill record. You don't have time to be wasting just shooting at this guy in the water when there's a team of 4 that you could be pushing.
yeah. I just think I thought that was kind of a cool aspect that they had to that, but they never really brought it back. But I mean, I got no complaints so far about the map as much as I do just the way that they went about it, because if there's one thing that's more frustrating than all of it put together is the audio. I can deal with a
Oh
little bit
yeah,
of
the
lag, but the audio, it cuts out. You don't know if you're pulling your shoot or not. You don't know if your partner's talking or making call outs.
mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it's been bad. And
That, and then like all the aircraft going overhead. I'm like, man, I do not need to hear that. I just need to hear the footsteps that are like 15 yards from me. That I'll be
yes,
okay with that.
great point, because that is something I wanted to bring up and I would have forgot. Me and my buddies were streaming and I could not understand what the hell was going on at first when I first started playing this. And the
You
more we
couldn't
were
hear your
thinking,
buddy, huh?
no, and but then
Yep, I had the same. I had the same issue.
and we would join like Xbox Live Party or we would go into Discord, right, to try to
Uh-huh.
mitigate that. But then to make matters worse, right? Say once we could hear, there was like we'd be in a building and we'd be like, "Is there somebody on top of this building?" And
Yeah,
the
like,
more we
am I
listen,
hearing this right?
it's you look up and there's like these little bomb like explosions going off in the sky, right?
Uh-huh.
Almost like maybe like an A gun is like supposed to be shooting at planes. But dude, it gets to be a little much because you're running through buildings and you just hear,
But yeah,
and you're like, are people running around this building? What is going on? And so it's a little crazy, but I guess it's an aspect that they wanted to add that would be a little bit new, but it took some getting used to. But and like you say, the screaming planes. It's like,
exactly. Like I
oh,
can't hear anything. What's going on?
audio
And like
settings
it's real
adjust.
good though. It's real good though, because I started like, big IQ plays. I would have, if I know somebody is in the building, they're up on the second floor, and I see them peeking out the window, shooting at my teammates or whatever. And if I know somebody on my team has a cluster or a precision, I tell them to precision that exact place. That way I can cover, like the bombing can cover my footsteps getting in there. Because I mean, if say you call in a precision, I can run through your precision without getting hurt. Otherwise, if you run into your own precision, you can down yourself, potentially kill yourself.
Yeah. That's a great point. Just finding ways to utilize what they put in the
Mm-hmm.
game
I
to
I
your own
learned I learned
advantage.
that trick back in the Verdansk days. That was like
Yeah.
one of the very first, like, J God on YouTube put it out. J God's like the guru of weapon loadouts, any news on updates or meta loadouts. Like that, he has it all. And I learned from him all the way, like probably month 2 of season 1 of Verdansk to use that tip.
Now you just got to master flying the plane, and then you're good.
Oh, see, oh no, the very first time I tried the plane, I was like, how do I go? How do I go? I never got off the ground and ran straight into a building and killed myself. I'm like, nope, no more
Yeah.
planes for me. I'm like, anytime I'm queuing up with my buddies, I'm like, nope, you're driving the plane. I'm not. I'll be sitting right there on the wing.
I can't remember what streamer it was, but he posted exactly what you needed to do in order to fly and be super effective. And I guess he got like a 30 kill game with the plane.
Yeah, because it had auto lock on it. So if say, because airfield is my spot to drop. If anyone's dropping an airfield, I'll see you in there.
Yeah.
But
Which is going to be me because I
like,
haven't dropped there yet.
but like I saw before they nerfed it, I saw that they would land as quick as possible, especially if you're spawn like the plane path is over airfield. They would drop in, pick up a plane, and start shooting people out of the sky. But it would legit feel like it's aimbot, because your crosshairs would turn red, and that means you can lock on and start firing, and it would be like 2 or 3 shots or they're downed out the sky. I was watching FaZe Booyah the other day, had 16 kills just from landing at airfield and just chopping people in the air. 16 kills to start off with 120
Jeez.
still up. I was like, that is nuts.
I have not tried that tactic, but apparently I'm missing out, and that's what I need to go for. That is some clip worthy stuff right there. So we kind of talked about some of the problems that they had today. You guys are listening to this on Friday, right? So that's going to be the 17th. But today, the update officially dropped, kind of surprised
Yep.
everybody. 1.5, 1.50 patch notes.
It was a pretty big update. My PC took PC is pretty fast, but it took
Yeah.
like maybe 5 minutes for everything to be completely downloaded.
Yeah, it didn't take too long for me, but I noticed it definitely took long for some people. My buddy, I think his took like 10 minutes, but that's all situational. But
Uh-huh.
the biggest thing, oh well, for starters, there's 2 things that kind of happened, right? You either got lucky and the update worked out great. 2, there's actually some issues out there, and people are noticing that it'll say that it's scanning and repairing. And so
Yep.
some
Yeah, I
people are
got a
having,
lot like dev erroring. Yeah,
yeah,
I had a couple of those, but I haven't had one today, and just, knock on some wood.
yeah, right. So with that, they definitely cleaned up some of the bug fixes. Now, let me tell you, man, I hopped on today
Uh-huh.
and right after, and I had one of the worst experiences I've had on Call of Duty. Now, maybe that was my fault. Maybe I was getting some issues, so I reset my PC and it seemed to run a little bit better, but I was still running into a lot of like lag issues. I was still
Uh-huh.
running into what would appear to be like registering like hits seemed a
Yeah.
little off, which
Like a little bit of lag in between like your initial firing of the gun to where the bullet is going.
yeah, like one of the biggest things that I was noticing kept happening every time I would engage people, even before this update, was like I picked up the Bren, okay, and that thing
Uh-huh.
slaps, and I broke somebody's shield. I switched to the STG, hopped up on top of this like pile of logs, right, and this guy's
Uh-huh.
hiding behind it, and he had finally found a gun, but this was like as soon as we dropped in, and I unloaded like a whole mag. I probably missed some shots, but I unloaded like this whole mag on this dude. And this is after I had already broke his shield. And then his buddy ran over and killed me, and I didn't even drop him. I'm like, hold on, what? And so I'm sure that some of that had to do with some lag, but or whatever. But it's just so many instances where that kept happening. So hopefully they get some of that fixed. The biggest thing is that they wanted to fix some of those bugs, and then they officially have launched all over the Ricochet anti-cheat. I hope that works out.
Thank Jesus. Thank Jesus.
We've all
But
been
hey,
asking for it.
there is some people smarter than Activision, and possibly even smarter than this anti-cheat. So there is gonna be those cheaters, but Ricochet should pick it up very, very quickly, and have them banned within a
I
couple of
I just
days,
hope they stay
hopefully.
true to what they said, and that
Hmm.
is they said anybody that they catch cheating will be hardware banned on past, present, and future Call of Duties.
Which is an A plus in my book, but it's
Yeah,
all over. It's all up to Activision at the end of the day to keep up their word.
yeah,
I hope so. I love it. Everything like that. I just hope they keep their promise.
yeah.
Oh, and my favorite streamer just now won a 25K swag. He
Yeah.
just won a $25,000 tournament with his teammate Booyah.
Sheesh. Hey man, I need to get on that squad. Come on now.
I know. Yeah, let me. Hey, you can carry me, please.
Yeah, please. Yeah, I love that they are doing these tournaments. A lot more people are starting to announce that they're doing private tournaments and hosting some of that stuff. I know you've been playing in some tournaments, so that's going to be
Oh
some
yeah.
that'll be awesome to start looking into and checking out. And I definitely want to check out and join some myself because
Hmm.
I just love the competitive nature. I feel like I got a good squad that I'm rolling with. I watch you and your squad that you roll with. You guys are real good. So
Yeah, I would say my boy Zen Zasha. You had the interview with him a couple of months ago.
yes,
That's my boy. He finally just moved in, and we're about to get some gaming time in. He was in the middle. He was in the process of moving houses,
yeah,
so he's fully moved in, got everything hooked up, and we're probably gonna get some on tonight and get some good content out. Because that's like he thinks the way I think. It's kind of like telepathy almost. So he knows what I'm looking at. It's like perfect duo.
that's what's up, man. I know exactly what you mean because I got a buddy that we've been playing ever since freshman year of high school. So dating myself here, but that's over 10, 12 years of gaming together, 13 years of gaming together. And it never fails, man. Every time we link up, it's like I start getting shot, and then all of a sudden the dude drops. I'm like, yo, what the hell? And then he comes around the corner,
Exactly.
and then he comes around the corner. He's like, hey, bro, reloading and stuff. He's like, be careful. I'm like, all right, bro. Hey, I appreciate you. Then, five
I
minutes
would say,
later, I'm
yeah,
doing the
that
same thing. So,
that and then like usually my lady and my buddy Tito are my like go-to squad mates. Like we always have that team of four. Yeah, my lady gets down on COD too. Like her very first time on her playing on my PC on Rebirth Island got the dub right off the jump and broke her kill
okay.
record. And broke her kill. She has don't hate because she plays on console a lot, so she's not used to the FOV. She was still getting
Hmm.
used to it, but her first game on broke her kill record of 9 kills.
There you go. Hey, man,
And I mean, hey, I was like, hey, yeah, that's your first game on, and you broke your kill record. So, hey,
yeah,
that's
good,
more money
good
to
in
you.
my book. She'd be outscoring me sometimes.
I know. Hey, there's plenty of times where it's all of us are dead, and it's like for the rebirth timer, you know how it ticks down.
Yeah,
Yeah, she comes in clutch 90% of the time, especially when all three of us guys end up doing something stupid.
everybody needs that one player that clutches up at the
The rock
moment's
of the
notice.
team.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about just how we've enjoyed the game, but another great topic, especially with this update, is the meta guns, right? And
Oh
they actually
yeah.
nerfed some of these guns. And so I'm curious to hop in and see exactly how they're going to differ. I mean, these are going to be guns. If you guys are paying attention, you guys are watching J God's
Hmm.
videos and keeping up with some of these other guys that are dropping what their loadouts are. This is the automaton, right? That is something that
Yes,
everybody
sir.
was rocking. The Cooper carbine, another favorite, the bar, top break,
STG.
STG. I mean, there's so many great builds out there for these guns. And here's a weird one. As I'm kind of scrolling down, this is going to be typical fixes. I'm kind of going over these notes here. These are typical fixes, right? Making sure that your aim down sight isn't making some weird stuff happen. Some people have these
Some
black
little sway and
blobs
everything.
pop up. Yeah. Fixing issues causing players to unintentionally ADS in and out. So, right, some stuff like that. But as I'm scrolling through this thing, check out this. This is one that just kind of made me giggle. So, looking at the heavy machine gun or light machine gun, the heavy machine guns, no, the light machine guns, the MG42. This is what they did. ADS speed decreased by 9%. Was it not slow enough? It's like
Exactly. Like I
I
think
seen
because
that.
I do remember seeing a YouTube short video. I can't remember the content creator's name, but he was rocking the MG 42. And I was like, from what I remember, on the ground loot, MG 42 is complete dog doo doo.
Trash.
Complete, like you
Trash.
try to ADS and fire, and it's just jumping all over the place, and there's no recoil management whatsoever. I saw it from the best of the best people playing with it, but like there, I saw this one meta build, and I swear to you, had no recoil whatsoever. I saw a guy simply just pressing the ADS and pressing the fire button with not pressing any of the sticks to control the recoil, and it was a straight laser.
I've heard that there's actually like a build out there that it does turn into a laser. So I'm kind
Yep.
of curious to see exactly what that's going to be like, because if that's the case, look, it's already bad enough that they made the MG42 so bad, considering it was one of the most reliable World War II guns that was
Uh
ever serviced. I mean, Normandy, anybody? That was literally all
Bar,
MG42.
MP40,
uh,
everything like that.
so if in case you guys are wondering, I'm going to go ahead and show you my highlight video. I don't know if you saw this, but just since we're on the topic, this is my buddy using the MG42. So I think you'll enjoy why we are trashing this gun and why we say it is so bad right now. Let me go ahead and pull this up and make sure that you guys are going to be able to hear the sound. All right. Now it's going to say it's not supported by this browser. Nice. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and pull it up on my other page then. Or
I'll
actually,
say, yeah, just crop it in.
yeah, I can easily just pull it up. I don't even have to be on my Twitch. I got it on my computer. But yeah, let me pull this up. So I just thought it was really interesting that some of these guns had just which, look, it's World War II guns, right? You're gonna expect some of this, but some of them had an incredibly slow ADS, and some of them just had really bad damage distance, right? Like
Yep.
sniper
Damage fall
rifles
off.
are bad. I'm hoping
They
they fixed
nerfed
it
the Car 98 into the ground. That
into the
nerfed it
ground.
so bad.
Almost unusable. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
why would you even want to try to compete with that thing? So, all right, I'll pull this puppy back up. Sorry for the original issues, but here we go. So this is my buddy using this. Let me know if you guys can hear this okay. Can you hear that? Oh, right in front of you?
Yep, I can hear.
Oh, dang. So this is him getting a different position where he can maybe get a better shot on him.
Better angle on them. Better
Yeah.
angle. Always have the high grounds. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, man, you can't do
Just
nothing
put
with
that
that.
down. Put that down.
Yeah. Just put that thing away. You don't even want to use that. Like in the moment too, the perfect situation, because I'm like sitting here talking to him. I'm like, dude, why aren't you shooting him? Get him. He's like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I can trust this gun.
And
You know?
I've even did it for myself. That same MG42, I've even mounted to, because when you
Yeah.
mount, it causes significantly less recoil. But even mounted, it is still, I can barely control the recoil. I'll probably get like maybe 3 or 4 armor hits before I'm like, I'm putting this down.
Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and say no. Yeah. Yeah. My favorite guns where I was definitely trying out. See, I didn't have Vanguard. I bought
Uh-huh.
Vanguard. If you guys are again hearing this now, then I'm sorry you were too late. But when Warzone dropped, they went ahead and did a sell on Vanguard. I took advantage of it. It was $40 up until December 12th. And I want to get on there and use that as an opportunity for me to level up my guns.
Yep, I did the same exact thing. But as soon as I saw what the shotguns could do in
Oh my
just the
goodness.
multiplayer, I was like, nope, I'm done playing Vanguard. I'm going right back into Rebirth. I didn't bother to level up any weapons or anything like that
Yeah. Fix
because I
that.
knew the weapons. I knew the weapons and I knew how to control the recoil. Should I have continued leveling up those weapons? That way I don't have to do it now? Yes, Did I save myself the stress and the rage of just complaining about shotgun, like being killed by a shotgun every single match? Yes. So
So
I'm happier.
yeah, well, and to your point, that it brings up a great part of this patch note here: shotguns, combat shotgun, the Einhorn or whatever, however you pronounce that, Einhorn, Gracie auto, all three of those damage range was either decreased, one of them was increased, but most all of them are like decreasing the damage output, decreasing that damage range, because people were walking across like
The
like
field and just one
yeah,
tapping
yeah.
somebody from
It
at least 60 meters.
I
And
seen
I'm
this
like, no, this
guy
isn't fun.
I seen this guy get like 20 kills, 30 kills in a matter of like a minute because he just was walking back and forth and just one tapping entire teams and just going to their next spawn point. It's just like,
Yep. So
come
it's
on,
basically
man.
spawn trapping them.
Yeah. Our favorite guns that we're using right now, the Cooper Carbine, which is max range damage decreased, neck damage multiplier decreased, low torso damage multiplier decreased. It's like, come on, man. We was enjoying that gun.
Yep, and the recoil slightly increased as well. I'm looking at the patch notes as well. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it is all bad. I mean the guns I am rocking with considered, because you always go for comfort over meta. If you
Mm,
if you if you have the
agreed.
meta and you don't like it, you either don't like the ADS, the mobility of it, the fire rates, how the weapon is. If you don't like it, always go for comfort. If you're good at beaming somebody with not the meta attachments, it's always go for comfort, like being comfortable with the weapon,
Right.
until you can master like the recoil management, the movement of the character you're playing, like everything like that. My current, I'm looking at my loadouts right now. I would have to say my very current loadout. I'm giving you guys the sauce on this.
You guys
Is
getting
going
it
to be the
live
STG
on Dubkast.
44, the STG, and the MP40. My perks, I run double time, overkill, just because it's two main primary weapons, and I run combat scout. I run combat scout as well, because during some of these firefights in the map, they can run out between bushes, or like the little tiki hut village houses. With the combat scout, most of those things are wall bangable. So you can track the person that's inside the house, and the combat scout will outline the silhouette of the person you're firing at. So you can keep wall banging him through the house until you down him or kill him off completely. So combat scout is really overpowered when you come to it, because it's basically you have walls. If anything is wall bangable.
Yeah, that's a great point because I haven't even got to really dive in and use that perk quite yet, but it's
Mm-hmm.
something that I think I might need to slap on. So the MP40 is an interesting choice too, because I mean
Oh
I love it.
yes.
It works great, but what makes you choose that over like the meta PPSH, which is also a laser beam right now?
Mm-hmm.
They recently in this patch note they adjusted some of the recoil on it.
Yep, especially for the long range, it's perfect. I love the PPSH and the fire rate, especially if you get the rare blueprint that's ground loot. That's a really good one. It comes with 74 rounds inside the magazine. So it's a really good SMG. I always pick it up 9 times out of 10, but then again, it's comfortability.
Mhm.
For the MP40 was the very first gun that I was looking forward to on playing it, because I already knew it was going to be OP. So I found the recoil of it. I learned how to control the recoil. And yeah, when I use it, it's a straight laser beam. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, especially when you throw
Yeah.
those FMJ rounds on there for extra damage, you're gonna down somebody real quick, especially if you're aiming close range from torso to head and get that multiplier on there. So you're gonna be downing people in an instant.
So would you also attribute some of that to I noticed using the PPSH, once you slap on all those really dope
Meta
attachments,
attachments.
it does make it kind of an eyesore on your field of view.
Exactly.
And I could see where maybe that MP5 or MP40, excuse me, would be a better kind of, if you're more of a like a running gun, like one of those
Yeah, I'm more
high
of the
paced players.
yeah, like as soon as we grab and that's why I pay attention to people's money. Like all my teammates, I tell them to check each other's money, check each other's shields. If someone's missing a shield, you rate, hey, you comms, hey, put a shield on, put your shield on. Hey, so and so, you have money for a UAV. Go to a buy station, ping a UAV, and literally the first, if we have multiple red pings, the closest ping to me, I am going to go directly at that ping. And then as soon as I approach or get kind of close to him, I kind of start looking at my surroundings, especially if I'm in an open environment. I'm going to be switching to my long range AR. That way I can adjust to in the environment. And then if I need to reposition, I'm always thinking of where to run next for cover. That way I can always change up my positioning. That way they're not ADS on one position waiting for me to peak. I'm always moving around, trying to get high ground. Like that's the bread and butter, is getting high ground, especially on this new map. Everything is high ground or you're going down a hill. So it's
And it's
always better to spawn.
extremely,
Yep. It is very you're constantly looking up, constantly looking up or
and
constantly
it's
looking down.
so difficult to climb up a lot of these surfaces, like the rocks and stuff can be really
Mm-hmm.
difficult to climb. And that's why a lot of people had their criticisms for this map, and why they thought that maybe it wasn't going to, provide the best mobility in some situations for a
Mm-hmm.
squad. But you got to think ahead of that. If the storm's coming up on you and you got to get up that hill, you better get those
Oh,
legs
yep.
chopping,
Yep.
because
Because
you could get
I
caught up.
always remind my team. I always, especially when we're getting pushed out by like we're the gas is on our ass and we have another team that we're fighting. Well, I'll have either like me and Zen, we will stay behind and fight the team while they get positioning. And as soon as they get into position, they return fire onto them while we and like me, myself, and Zen get into positioning, because it's always about positioning first, especially when the circle, like the final circles, are closing in on you. Positioning is key to everything, and
No,
repositioning.
knowing, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, knowing when to back out of a fight, get
Yep.
into a better spot, and then re-engage, because sometimes you can get a little hungry trying to finish those kills off, even if it's
Yeah,
just
do
one
not.
kill.
Yeah, I tell my teammates do this a lot with my buddy Flex Tito and my lady Queen Han Han. They do a lot of tunnel vision, like a lot of tunnel vision. Well, as soon as this is how I go about, because I just hit a nasty 1v4 today on Caldera, and it's all about positioning. It's it's okay. Okay, I know this guy is running away from me. I can shoot him in the back, down him. If I only see him and like I know that his team is kind of far away, I'll immediately finish him off and then immediately switch. And then that second teammate, I will down him, wait for his other teammates to see where they're pushing from, and counter them, and then just come on, just go about the process. Down one, reshield if you need to, and reposition. Reposition, see if any of those two downs are selfing. If none of them are selfing, continue looking for the fourth one. Especially if you're playing on Rebirth too. As soon as you full kill an enemy, your UAV will ping where his surrounding teammates are. It'll ping up a little red dot. And
I know that.
anything with an arrow above means they're a higher elevation than you. Anything with an arrow below the circle, they're a lower elevation of you. And there is going to be this one moment for ghosted teammates. Say I kill one, but see two pings on the map, and I just see just random circle on the map just pulsating where a teammate would be. That means that teammate is ghosted, but it still gives off a general idea of where he is at.
Wow.
So stuff like
Okay.
that. It's always about repositioning. Don't always down somebody and then continue firing at him until he is full killed, because right there you're tunnel vision, you can't see what's going on around you. You're so focused in on this one guy until you just get beams across the map from somebody else. It's always I always down, move and relocate, shield if I need to, get a better positioning, and listen, like turn on audio.
That's a great point. I didn't even know that about those maps. I know that one of the biggest things that I've found as a advantage is to take advantage of those advanced UAVs, especially if you got the
Oh
cash,
yeah.
especially if you're utilizing the fact that they're doing a lot of these fire sales right now.
A lot of them. I haven't seen one jailbreak though, but it's the only difference I hate is there's two big things I do not like about the new update. $6,000 for a UAV, which I mean is good. It
Oh, I
provides like
know.
you got to work for the money to get a UAV, and also getting your first loadout before like that first circle. When the first circle closes, that's when that free loadout spawns. Then after that, you're eligible to buy your own loadout to acquire Ghost or anything like that. But Activision says it'll separate the skill based gap, but I mean, what happens if someone's like, "Hey, I'm trying to put content out to, do my kill record. Like I
Yeah.
want to get my load out and just go immediately into it." Like I see that from some people, like especially some content creators' point of view. But honestly, I do believe that it separates the skill gap because there is many times where I've came in with a just a regular gray ground loot MP40, but that's my bread and butter. So I know the recoil of it. I know like the bullet fall off point, everything. So if he's got that or if I got the regular MP40 ground loot and this guy has his full loadout and I'm able to kill him, that separates the skill gap. Like he has his full loadout and I don't even have my loadout. I have ground loot weapons. So I see where both sides are coming from. So I'm kind of like right there in the middle. I'm just here to play, baby.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the fact that when people win from the gulag and they're coming back, they are coming back with weapons now
That
instead of just a
that I
pistol?
absolutely love because like back in the Verdansk days, I mean, right there before the gulag closes, I mean, you would just spawn in with a pistol, or like even on Rebirth, you'll spawn in with a pistol, but it only comes with a sight and like 26 rounds in the clip or the magazine. So I mean, it's not really useful. So when you go into these new gulags and pull out the Sten or pull out the MP40 or the new snake shots or anything like that. And also, I just noticed this. You also spawn in with the tacticals and the like your stuns or a Molotov. If you don't use those in the Gouge, you spawn back in with a stun and a Molotov. So
Wow.
that's also a little bit better too. So you actually have a little bit more of an advantage. But if you do say you use your stun in the Goose, you only spawn in with your Molotov or a frag grenade or what who knows what.
Are you enjoying the design of the new gulag?
Oh, 100%. I mean,
It's
it's
so
very
small.
small. It's very small, very
Yeah.
simple. But then again, I mean, it's a really good gulag. It reminds me almost like the intensity of like the gulag showers because you can, as soon as you spawn in, you can go 2 steps and then potentially see your enemy right there. Otherwise, like the gulag, you would be right there spawned in. You could move to the middle of it and look down, and you could just challenge each other like that. Like I like that. Like
Yeah.
it's like who's the bigger man, like type of stuff.
The only thing that gets me so tilted is I'll see somebody, I'll hit him with a couple shots, and then like all of a sudden you just see like the flashbang come over because he's running away,
Oh, and then you
flashes
get
you,
flashed.
and
Dude, I
yeah,
get flashed in real life. Like my
yeah,
settings are so low on like for brightness. Like if I'm in a dark environment like I am now, how I usually game,
yeah.
I will have my settings turned down a little bit. That way, like I'm not getting like the screen's reflection on my face. Cause let me tell you, I had my brightness up the one time, and someone chucked a flash at me. I got flashed in real life, and I was like, oh, I can't see.
Help me. So I don't know, a little bit of a transition, not really. It in regards to this kind of new update. I don't know if you saw this, but this was recently leaked. I don't know how much of a fan you are of anime, but Vanguard and Warzone are looking like they're going to be doing, well, not even looking like,
It's
it
Attack
was
on
leaked.
Titan, right? Attack
Attack
on
on
Titan.
Titan date, bundle, and price leaks. So
I was gonna say
basically,
I saw the leaks. Yes, I saw the leaks. I'm not a real big anime fan.
yeah,
Just in general, I can't get attached to it. I don't know what the deal is, but I saw that pack coming in, and I was like,
it
if
the
everyone else has it,
yeah. Well, it's gonna be one of those things where, look, I like Attack on Titan. It was a really
I'm
really good
gonna buy
anime,
it.
but like what intrigues me about it is the fact that they use like these blades, right, to
Uh-huh.
take down these titans, and they're saying that they speculate that one of the things you'll get as a melee weapon is one of those
Is the
blades,
blades?
and I'm
Oh,
like,
that'll be cool.
okay, that would be sick. And so I'm excited about that. And then I think that the one of the best characters in that game, there's speculation that that will be kind of what he looks like. This is why I'm excited about it. When you talk about what separates certain games, right?
Hmm.
Fortnite, I talked about this last episode. Fortnite, in my opinion, I don't care to play the game, but I got a lot of respect because they know how to make money. And it's because
Exactly, those
pop culture,
skins.
yes, the skins of, and
Hmm.
they know how to milk that pop
Advertise.
culture. Yeah. I mean, they got you can play Spider-Man now, man. They got
Yeah,
people
I
out there
saw the
shooting.
webs. I remember seeing Tifu. I remember seeing Tifu play with the new red dot optic that they added to the game. Thing's a straight laser beam. It's like a cheat
Yeah.
code. I was like, but that, I mean, if you look up my Fortnite account on because I'm pretty sure you could do it exactly how you do it on Warzone, check the wins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I believe the 3 games I played were 3 dubs. And I was just like, dude, this just doesn't interest me. It's at that point, it wasn't hard. But now I'm like, dude, I will never touch Fortnite because these guys are building everything so quickly.
I
And I'm like, bro,
I just couldn't get into the whole
I'm
building
like, let me
and
just
trying
throw
to
it back out.
focus.
You can
Yeah.
have this.
Yeah. I mean, I got respect for the people that enjoy playing it. And to those people, it's very competitive. But I
Hmm.
just couldn't get into it. But
They know
they
how
do
to
a lot
they
of
know how
great
to
things.
advertise compared to Call of Duty.
Yeah, I
Because
think
shoot, I
Call
mean,
of Duty.
I'm still rocking the same rose skin.
Yeah, well, I think Call of Duty is maybe this is their way of starting to get into that, because when you think about what they've
Hmm.
came out as skins, if it's not just like a cool looking skin, anything that's like a pop culture reference has been like the scary Halloween type stuff where it's like you can play a Scream or you can
Yeah,
play,
Ghostface or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the
yeah.
Saw.
Then they had Rambo and Die Hard, packs that came
Hmm.
out. It's never really been like like you know what I mean, like nothing
Something
like
besides the
anime.
action
Yeah.
side of, yeah, I understand what you mean.
So I'm excited just to see where this takes it. The fact that they're
Uh-huh.
doing this is pretty cool. So we'll see how that goes. But hey, you know it's one of those things. Like, did you leak this on purpose? Or probably not. Probably
Yeah.
not. But
They're
one
doing something.
one of the things, I don't know, if you logged in, I'm having an issue with is that it's almost like they took two games and they're overlapping each other. All my
Exactly.
text
I
is
think.
like double layered.
Oh, I'm looking at my loading screen right now. On my daily challenges, it's double texted.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
like, what is
it's
going
just
on?
a small little bug. I mean, it's a multi-billion-dollar company. I expect them to fix their game and stuff like that. People are gonna go away from the game or whatnot. I mean, I enjoy playing this. I didn't start getting back into video gaming since Verdansk came out.
Yeah.
Verdansk, I started playing it. It was the very first game after I got out of the military. I was like, dude, I want to get back into video games. Got into it and started growing, evolving, understanding the community and what the community is looking for. But then again, I'm still going to be myself at the end of the day, and it's attracted my community that's already came and is staying, and just they love seeing me progress. They love seeing the new content I put out, anything like that. And it's just it's amazing.
Well,
It motivates me every day.
I got a lot of love and respect for you for what you do, because I've said it a million times. People really just, I don't think there's enough people out there that, the average day people that just kind of see what you do, not you in particular, just streamers of the sort, don't
Hmm.
realize the amount of time that's put into creating videos and clipping stuff. And once you get
keeping
to
an
be some of these bigger
active
guys,
content, yeah, coming out. Yeah,
it's easier to have those clips, right? Because people do it for you. Yo, chat, clip it for me.
exactly.
But when you're grinding, trying to get there, it's it's a lot of hours sitting there just trying to make sure that you're
Hmm.
you're promoting and making your growth more, that just that potential for growth more increased. Just trying to get every opportunity you can. And so I
Yeah.
see you doing that, taking the time to make those YouTube videos.
Yeah, because
So
then even when I'm playing, like right now underneath this video call, I am editing a current YouTube video for my very first win in Caldera.
yeah.
I'm like, even underneath this tab, I'm editing, I'm playing the game. Anytime I'm in the match and it's about to queue in, like the pre-lobby, I'm editing. And I'm just going back and forth. The grind doesn't stop. Anytime I'm at work, I'm thinking about like, what can I do to make my YouTube channel better, my Twitch channel better, everything. What can I do to be better from myself?
I know it eats at you. You're sitting
Hmm.
there and you're like, man, what part
I'm
of
like,
class?
man, I could be
Yeah. What?
360 no
What
scoping people right
did
now,
I?
but I'm at work.
Did I string a couple of kills together last night? I feel like there was something I wanted to clip. You're like scrolling through.
Hmm.
I had a game I'm working on. I think I'm gonna go back and try to clip the game. I'm hoping there's enough there. But me and the squad, it was our first game of the day
Hmm.
the other day, and we had a team effort of 38 kill dub, and for us that felt like a really good uh team win. We had a guy with 15, a guy with 11. I had 8, and then we had another guy that had 4. But dude, we hit this fire sale and just
Oh,
bought
the fire
so
cells, the
many,
mid, like fire cells during the mid game, because I did notice that the fire cells last like probably
so long.
twice as long as
Yes.
the old Verdansk fire cells,
So that's
which
what
is
we
very
did.
good too, because I like there's tons of times where like um I can play back numerous amount of times, just me, like the buy station, then me, like 300 meters away. And I
Yeah.
ran all the way to it, no vehicles, nothing, and still had enough time to res all the homies and get every one of my homies to get a self res. So like that, I love how they expanded the fire cell time
Oh yeah.
overall. Like that's a huge plus, and I'm pretty sure I don't think that's got any bad reviews. Like it's an
No,
extra
not at
fire
all.
cell. You can get your loadout, UAV, anything, self res, everything. Like it's perfect. I love how they're incorporating that.
Yeah, I definitely take advantage of it. I mean, we got most of our kills just from people funneling in, and we just had an advanced
Hmm.
UAV up, and so we were just like, "Oh, team over here. Okay, switch this flank over here. Got another team. Hey, here's the guys. Just clapping people left and right."
Exactly.
So I like the fact that they increased it, and I do feel like you get so much money now, and maybe it's because like we don't have enough loadouts made yet. I don't
Yeah.
know. We're still learning, so we aren't as quick to want to go buy the loadout. But for what it is, though, even with buying loadouts, I mean, there's sometimes I'm like, "Yo, dude, you got 40 grand in your pocket. What you trying to do with that? Let's go get a UAV or
Come on,
something."
man.
Yeah,
Show some love to the team. Let us all get
yeah,
some self.
yeah.
Let's all
Come
get
on,
a
Nat.
UAV.
Don't be stingy.
I know, for real.
Yeah, I I think that there's definitely been a rough start to this, but they're doing some things right.
They're evening, they're making it even. They're adding a lot more to the game, balancing a lot more weapons that need to be balanced. Nothing to be overpowered or completely meta on top. But I mean, every month it's going to be a new meta, new meta. They're going to nerf it into the ground. Somebody else is going to find a new meta for different attachments. They're going to nerf that into the ground. It's just a repeating process. But hey, I'm here for a good time though.
Yeah, hey, dude, I'm right there with you. Enjoy it while it lasts, and we'll
I
see
know, like,
what
oh,
they add.
I think the best of the meta that everyone loved as soon as it came out was the NZ. The NZ rare ground loot, oh, was beautiful. Like many people were running that instead of their own loadouts.
And I do feel like you find a lot of blue and orange loadout or ground loot drops.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So same. I believe it's the rare, like the ultra rare, the orange MP40. It's blue and it's the meta MP40 build, but as a ground loot. And I was like, oh, dude, I love it because I can get ghosts right off rip when loadout comes. So I'm like, yes.
Yeah. So, okay, recapping. We're dropping. Oh, wait. Sorry. We're not dropping. He's dropping. Y'all better stay away unless you want to get clapped. But
Mm-hmm.
Airfield is your favorite drop. You're rocking the
100%.
the MP40 and the did you say the automaton or
No, the STG 44.
STG 44? That's right. Which I like too, and it's one of those guns. The ground loot, green ground loot sucks. I mean, it's better than nothing.
Oh
But
yeah,
but once you
100%.
slap some attachments on that thing it's vicious. But
Yeah.
and then just in general, we got some good tactics for how you want to play and things you want to pay attention to on the mini map. Now, for you, if anybody wants to come and check out your content, man, where are you going to be? Where do they need to go to go and follow you?
All right. So every single social is going to be underneath Native Santa. You can check me out my Facebook gaming page, Native Santa. You can check me out on Twitter. You can check me out on Instagram, TikTok. I am everywhere. The only different display name is going to be my Twitch name, where I live stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and sometimes Saturday nights. And that's going to be Native Santa X, just with a simple X at the end of it. You can find me there again Tuesdays, Thursdays, and sometimes Saturday nights, or possibly Saturday mornings, just for like my early morning streamers, or just anyone that wants to come and vibe out. My channel is always welcome. No hateful people in here. Everyone wants to grow in my channel. Everyone wants to do great things with their life. We spread positivity throughout the community. And I just want to make people smile. So if you guys, anyone wants to come out and hang out with Native Santa, you guys can DM me. We can get some games in together if you'd like. Come and subscribe to the YouTube channel
That's
at
right.
Native Santa. That is slowly on the rise, and I'm so looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this content creation journey still. You can see from 5 months ago, I'm still progressing. I still plan on progressing. I'm not going to change on who I am to the community. I'm just going to let my own type of community come to me and stay. But yeah, that's where you guys can find me, guys. It's just amazing being here again and sharing this opportunity with you
That's
guys
what I
again.
that's what I love to hear, man. And are you still planning on doing tournaments? Like I know you used to do tournaments on Saturdays and stuff like
Yes.
that.
So when the new rebirth mode drops again, there is going to be more tournaments coming up for rebirth. I am a huge rebirth tournament. I may get in some Caldera like Royale quads tournaments too, but it's just then again finding those teammates. I am going to be trying to do more of those because that puts out extremely good content. It provides like you guys see me completely in the zone and just on it. I'm lasering people out of the sky, everything. So I definitely plan on doing more tournaments. I was gonna plan on doing a tournament this Saturday, but the lady is having dinner with her best friend this Saturday, which is her birthday. So I'm like, well, check that one off. Let me just
Yeah.
look forward to the next tournament. But yeah, we're progressively getting better over here, and I love it. And I love my community that supports me every single any video that I put out, any post, and every single time I go live on Twitch. I 110% like thank you back to my community that helps me out.
I love seeing it, man. You do a lot of great stuff, and I think that's a testament to the reason that you've had such great growth this year. Capping off the end of the year, like I said, we brought you on kind of beginning to middle of this year, and in just that short amount of time, you've had a lot of growth. And like I say, that's a testament
And
to
and
how
when I
you've
when I
been.
hopped on at the very beginning, I was a brand new like affiliate on Twitch. I just made affiliate when I hopped onto the very first podcast we did 5 months ago. And I mean, the road to partner is not easy. Let me tell you, you got to do three different things: stream 12 different days, stream of total of 25 hours or 50 hours, and have a constant viewer count of 75 people, which that's 75 people constantly watching your stream and tuning in and staying for your stream. let me tell you, it's not going to be easy. I know there's going to be a lot of like questioning of myself or anything like that, but it's just a marathon. I love to see my progress. I mean, looking back to the very first podcast I did, I'm proud of myself on like I stuck to it. I progressed. My YouTube channel is taking off. Like I love it. I love it. I love seeing it. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it.
Well, and not only just Twitch, but like you said, you got days that you stream to Twitch, but I've also seen you streaming through Facebook as well. So I don't know if
Yeah, and
that's
I
something
I
you've been
stream through
face.
Facebook just so I can have my family because my family loves to check in on like Facebook and watch
Yeah.
me. Or some of my old military buddies will come in and just talk shit. But those are my brothers that I served with. So yeah, seeing them coming out supporting me, even though we probably haven't talked in like months, they'll come out and say, "Hey, I love what you're doing, man. Keep up the great work," and that gives me that fiery motivation.
Well, good, man. I'm glad. I'm glad that you're seeing the results, and it
Oh
just
yeah,
keeps driving that hunger. So, but I'm glad that we could get together again, and especially talk about Call of Duty with some of their new big drops. Warzone
yeah,
has
exactly.
changed. I don't know if you got any last thoughts on the new map or anything like that.
No, I think we pretty much covered everything. Just I mean, work on leveling up the guns. Go for comfort over meta, and it's all about positioning first. Always move, always keep moving and relocating during firefights to keep them guessing on where you're going because you can catch them lacking, looking a different direction. Yeah, yeah, it's just stay on top of it. I'm going to keep putting content out for everybody. I'm going to keep grinding. I want to do this for a full-time position for my, now I can stay home with my lady and my daughter. Those are my main driving factors is those two in there. Cause anytime I
It's
pull up
awesome.
my own YouTube video on the big TV in there, my daughter will come up and point to my, where my face is. And
That's
she's like,
awesome,
dad,
man.
dad, dad.
You're
And
like,
I'm
yeah,
like
that's
that right
right.
there. I just love it. Now I can be like, yeah, my dad's on YouTube. Yeah, type of thing. I love that.
That's
But yeah,
good,
just
man.
all I gotta say is just keep grinding. Don't stop at what you're doing. If you love it, you gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe. That was from Eric Thomas. I take that quote in every single day. You gotta want it as bad as you want to breathe. And that's what I want to do. I made some very big modifications to my streaming setup. I have more modifications coming soon. It's not even halfway done, but once it is done, I will have a full battle station, two separate PCs. I'm diving in this head first, and with all the love and support from my lady and my daughter, it's amazing. I love it.
That's awesome, man. That's a beautiful way to end this, dude. I really do appreciate you stopping by and joining in on another episode of Dubcast because
Oh, of course, I love it. I got it's good karma. Everyone, like, you can get people off of this from my side, I can get from your side. It's all about helping each other and like growing as a community together, especially
that's right.
since we're both from Kansas. I'd love to put Kansas on the map for video gaming or content creation through video games such as Call of Duty or Halo, Battlefield, Fortnite, anything. I want to be that person that steps out on top saying, "Hey, follow me. I got us. Like, let's do this all together. We're going to do this as a team." I want everyone to win along with me.
I agree, man. I think getting a good foundation and community, especially localized, that you can team up, reach out to people just around the area, or even
Mhm.
people further away that just kind of want to reach out. Like you said, you
Exactly.
build a community through the people that watch you and the people that enjoy and reciprocate that love forward.
That love and energy too. I love
Best
it.
thing, best thing you can see. I had somebody pop into my chat today that dropped a follow, and they just said, fellow streamer, just wanted to stop by and show some support. And dude, man, that
Yeah, I do that every single time, and at the end of my streams I will always look for somebody to raid. But if I'm in my own downtime and I got my phone, I'm pulling up Twitch, I'll see somebody that has one viewer or two viewers. I'll stop in. If I'm not following, I'll give them a follow and be like, hey, from one streamer to another, keep up the good work. Don't let anyone tell you no on what you can or cannot do in your life. Do what makes you happy, and I hope you have a great stream. And dude, just to see the smile that that one message brings to them, it lights me up because it, like, I believe in good karma. So if I'm
Mhm.
reciprocating karma on, like, good karma onto somebody to make them smile and like, hey, thank you, man. That I was feeling down today, because you never know how people are feeling.
That's
And
right.
that one message can uplift them and keep that driving factor going on for them as well in their own life. Not just streaming, but keep them going on in their everyday life behind the camera.
For sure. And that's what I love to do here, man. Sit here
Mm-hmm.
because you know what? These are conversations that people might not have every day when you're live streaming. And so that's why I like to do this. Get together, find out who the person behind the camera and, find out exactly what you can expect when they go live, but also find out, who
Exactly.
that person is and what got them started and where they expect to take it and what drives them. So
Exactly, exactly. And I love seeing people's progression. It just makes me so happy, especially like any of my boys, if I see them, they're graduating from college, they're doing something with their life. I'm there with a big sign saying, "You can do it. Let's
yeah,
go."
that's
That
right.
that's me. I believe in supporting other people's dreams because that just makes them happy and gives them that driving factor to keep doing what they enjoy doing.
That's awesome, man. There's nothing better than supporting your team.
Exactly. Like if I make it, I
I
know my ladies in there are going to be taken care of. I know my boy Tito, he's going to be taken care of. My boy Zen's going to be taken care of. You're going to be taken care of. Like
yeah,
all my people that helped me grow as a content creator is gonna make it right along with me.
take the team with you sort of mentality.
Mm-hmm. Because
We're all
you got to have
successful.
people for different things on your team. You got to have people good in this field, in
That's
this
right.
field, in this field. You got to have connections. It's really
That's right.
good.
Well, man, again, I thank you. Appreciate you for doing this. This has been a great conversation.
Oh,
I look
definitely. I
forward
enjoyed
to
it
teaming up.
100%.
Yeah, I look forward to teaming up and being your meat shield and just help.
I was like,
So
yeah, bro, just charge in the room. I
yeah,
got you. Trust
yeah,
me. You
I'll
just
get
got
the
to
high
believe in
ground.
me.
But for everybody that tuned in and came and watched or listened, make sure you guys drop a like, follow, and go head on over and give a sub, like, and follow however you want to be watching or viewing Native Santa, and go show him some love. And listen, from Dubkast, we just want to say we hope that no matter where you are or what you're playing, we can get you one step closer to clutching that dub. Appreciate y'all. Much love. We'll see you next time.
You guys be safe out there.
Have a good one.